Or a talented team of surgeons, but this next story is going to touch your heart.
A baby boy's out of the hospital, back home tonight. But if it weren't for an extremely rare and risky surgery, he really might never have been born.
Fox 6's Jenna Sachs is here with more on the procedure that you will not believe. We were saying, what, Jenna? What did they do?
We couldn't believe it at our afternoon meeting, and you can imagine his parents' shock when they were told by doctors that they needed to remove the baby from his mother's womb, operate, and then return him to her for the rest of her pregnancy. On top of that, they were told there was only a 50% chance of survival. A family's journey of heartache and joy comes to a happy end inside Bethany Church. April and Jason Leffingwell arrived with their newborn son Elijah at a benefit concert in their honor. It's the first time friends are meeting 9-week-old Elijah and the first time they're seeing his parents in nearly 5 months.
It was at our 20-week ultrasound, and they discovered a tumor.
The family's test of faith began in August when an ultrasound revealed a tumor on their baby's left lung.
When they found it, it was 1.5 times the size of his head.
So the family traveled to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and on September 21st, April and Elijah underwent a risky and extremely rare uterosurgery. At just 25 weeks, Elijah was taken partially out of his mother's uterus, so a team of doctors could remove his tumor.
I thought it was science fiction.
Elijah survived. A tumor 3.5 times the size of his head was removed, and he was returned to his mother's womb.
The surgical team cheered when they removed the tumor.
2 months later, in November, Elijah was born premature. He had more surgeries and was on life support for 10 days.
He's got all these little things on his head where they're monitoring for seizures.
Finally, on Friday, Elijah and his grateful parents returned home to Wisconsin, where he met his grandma and his big sister, Aliana.
It's amazing.
Elijah's surgery to remove the tumor was not without issues. At one point, his heart rate dropped so low, the doctor actually had to massage it to get it going again. And at that point, his heart was about the size of a dime. Now, from here on, it's possible Elijah will have some complications as his body grows, especially with his lungs. But his parents say he should be able to live a full and normal life. So that's good news.
Well, I have a question to you. I mean, you probably do
I have a
too.
million.
I know. You go.
Just the size of a dime. I mean, that's just remarkable.
It's amazing, and I can't explain exactly how the surgery works because it's very complicated, and they said they've really only done it maybe 24 times beforehand. Wow. So it's an amazing procedure, and the family says that they're going to have some work going ahead. He's going to have to see more doctors, go back to that hospital, but they're looking forward to getting their lives started again.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah.
We'll all be pulling for them.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Jenna. We'll see you again at 10, I'm sure.